Imagine if a person who can't exercise because they are frail, injured, or bedridden could still get some of exercise's bone-protecting benefits. That is the direction of this new research. Scientists at the University of Hong Kong report they have identified a kind of movement sensor inside our bones, a protein called piezo-1. When you walk, run, lift, or even just load your body with everyday movement, your bones and bone marrow feel tiny mechanical pushes and pulls. The study suggests piezo-1 is one of the key switches that converts those physical forces into biological instructions that help keep bones strong. Here's why that matters for osteoporosis. As we age, the bone marrow contains starter cells that can become either bone-building cells or fat cells. With aging, the balance tends to drift toward making more fat in the marrow. That fat crowds the space and is linked with weaker bones, basically a slow slide toward a more fragile skeleton. In this work, the researchers used mouse models and also tested human bone marrow cells in the lab. When piezo-1 was active, especially with physical activity, there was less fat buildup in the bone marrow and more new bone formation. When piezo-1 was missing or not working properly, the system flipped. Marrow cells shifted toward making more fat, bone loss accelerated, and the animals did not get the usual bone benefits from exercise. The team also found a likely reason. Without piezo-1, the bone marrow environment produced more inflammatory chemical signals that pushed those starter cells toward becoming fat cells and away from becoming bone-building cells. Blocking parts of that inflammatory push helped steer things back in a healthier direction, at least in these experimental settings. Now for the big, exciting implication. If piezo-1 is truly a central exercise sensor for bone, then it becomes a target for future medicines, treatments designed to switch on the same protective pathway, even when a patient cannot move enough to trigger it naturally. That is the scientific basis behind the headline idea of an exercise in a pill approach for osteoporosis. One straight reality check: this is not a pill you can ask your doctor for today. This is mechanism-finding research, strongly suggestive, but still a step on the road from lab results to real-world treatment.